Hello friends, good morning. So, well, I guess good afternoon to you. It's morning for me. So today is What's New Monday. And I have a couple new games that we are going to go over. But I also made something that you're going to be seeing in another video coming up either tomorrow or the next day. And I made it for my shop, but if you guys are interested in it, let me know in the comments below, and I can tweak it a little bit if you would like to fit your situation. But I wanted to show it as well because you're going to be seeing me use it in a video coming up. I have not put it in the shop yet, so unless I have a request for it, I probably won't. But I thought it would be useful for me, and I've been talking about doing it for a little while, so I finally did it. I also printed off, last week you seen I think it was last week, you seen the Christmas in July sale, or specials, and this was the design for it, but this is what the actual envelopes look like that you guys buy. They don't look like my envelopes. They look a little bit different. They're oriented different, and you have, you know, the cut lines are a little bit different, and it has a fold here, and it's really light. It doesn't even show up when you print it. Well, it does, but it's like really light. But it does have the fold here area for you to be able to fold it, and then you can either laminate or tape the ends up and then just poke your holes here, however you want to use it. But these are the ones that are up in my shop. It's just a slight bit different than the ones that I make for me personally. These are a little bit better quality, I guess you would say, in my opinion. But the ones that I started making for myself work for me in my situation, so I want to keep everything uniform, so that's what I keep making for mine. Your guys's are just a slight bit different. I think they're just a smidgen wider than the ones that I make for mine. I think really, honestly, besides that and the space here, are the only two differences. If this is even wider, I'm not sure. It looks about the same size, but I know this piece right here, the space, is a little bit bigger than in the ones that I make. So, for me. But I wanted to show these so that you would have an idea of what you would actually be getting. Okay, sorry about that. My battery died on me, so I had to fix that. Anyway, these are just a slight bit different than the ones that I personally use. I made them a little bit better for the shop, obviously. You have your cutting marks, whether you're cutting with scissors or you have a paper cutter of some sort. It just makes it easier, I think. And I tried to get them all the way to the edges. Of course, the printer only allows it to go so far, but you know, it lines up really well. Makes the cutting process a whole lot easier. So now, for the what's new. I have two games. The first one, they're both dice games, by the way. So the first one is Farkle. I made Farkle, and you do need 6 dice to play this game. So with Yahtzee you only use 5 dice, but with Farkle you will use 6. And you have sets of 3s that you will go through. If you have just 1 or a 5 or maybe a pair, you can save that way. Once you get these, if you get up here to the 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, 6 of a kind, 1 through 6 straight, 3 pairs, 4 of any number with a pair, you're going to be saving. So if, say, you roll 3 threes, you're going to save $3 on game 1. And you're just going to go through. You have 14 different hands, or 14 different sets. Each roll consists of 3 rolls. So each line you would use 3 rolls to get your total number. So let's go with 3s since we started with that example. Am I going to get any 3s? Okay, so I got my 3 3s. So I would put $3 down for the first roll. First hand. First roll. What would you call it? Anyway, for the first one you would put $3 down. And then say the next roll I got, or the next set of rolls, I got 4 3s. So then I would save $5 and so on. Yeah, I did the 3s. So I would save $9, not $3. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, once you get these, you would go back and if, say, like in the first roll, the first example I did, we got 3 3s. So we would save $9 here on that first one. But the next hand or a hand or two after the fact, we got 4 3s. We could save $5 more. Does that make sense? And you just keep going until you have all of these done and all of these are finished. If you get to the end and you still haven't gotten 3 6s, then you would just put a 0. Or whichever one you have and you didn't have whatever you needed, you would put a 0. But odds are, even on that hand, you would have at least 1 5 and or 1 1, so you would still be saving something. Does that make sense? I made it up as a low income savings challenge because I really like the low income savings challenges, and I know a lot of my I guess customers. You guys are customers, right? So the people who are purchasing my savings challenges really enjoy the low income ones. I do have some that like the higher income ones, or the higher saving point ones as well, but I have more of the low income. Those seem to sell better, so I tried to keep it around a low income. The highest saving point would be $20. You have an 18, a 15, 12, 10, 5, 9, 6, 3, and 1. So really easy increments to get to save with. And then the envelope is, this is my envelope, obviously. Your envelope would be oriented this way if you purchase it in the shop. But the there is a matching envelope in the shop, sold separately. All the envelopes are sold separately. So yeah, I thought this was super cute. Oh, and all the dice are Minnie Mouse, as you can see. A little bit better in this one. I thought it was cute. And here are the dice that I made for this key, I guess you would call it. But you play 5 games for this one, same as Yahtzee, and yeah, I think it's a really fun addition to the savings challenges, and I will be implementing this one, hopefully, if I get to save anything this month. I plan on implementing this one in one of my next rounds that we do for our savings. So there's that one. The next one is another dice game. And I brought in a little bit of Tarzan. So this is not the only artwork that I'm going to have for Tarzan. This is basically just his little jungle friends. This is not actually, well, it's from the Tarzan kit, the art kit that I purchased, but it's not, I guess, just Tarzan. Anyway, it's part of my Tarzan set that I'm going to be doing. You're going to be seeing more of Tarzan coming along. So, anyway, The envelope for it, I think, turned out fabulous. We have the elephant, the little gorilla, the cheetah, and the bird. I think it turned out fabulous. I really, really like it, and I love the collars. So this will be the game. And we have B through O. And each set, I tried to keep it almost true to bingo, if that makes sense. You're going to play this as a blackout game. And when you roll your dice, of course you have a couple with just one dice in here, but everything else has 2 dice. So you would have 22, 23, 21, 24, 16. You have 15, 6, 2, 12, 1, 34, 43, 45, 35, 31, 52, 54, 55, 51, and 46. You have 65, 64, 62, 66, and 61. So none of the numbers are going to go above a 6. You're just using regular dice, 2 dice to play, and you would just roll until you get one of them, and then you will either mark it out. You can laminate this to reuse it, which is what I do with mine, or you could just continue printing these out, you know, as you need to, however you want to do. But you will save that amount. So 2 5s would obviously be 2 $5 bills. You're not saving $55. But like $64, you would save $10. $65, you would save $11. So still low income. The most expensive one you would be saving would be $12. So I think this will bode well for a nice low income budget savings challenge. But look at this beautiful artwork. I think it's stunning. I am absolutely infatuated with this watercolor artwork that I'd found. So this is the first in the series for Tarzan. I think it turned out fabulous. Now, the other thing that I made, which I'm going to be using in my shop specifically, if you are interested in this for your needs, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to, if it needs to be adjusted for your scenario, that's fine, I can do that too. Just let me know what you're looking for, or hit me up on Etsy in the messages, and I will see what I can come up with and get back to you there as well. But I made a business monthly budget. It has 2 pages on it, and the first page is basically the budget itself. So you would have your sources, which in my case is Etsy, soon to be YouTube hopefully, and you write the month up here in this blank and the year, and then you would write where you got it, how much you're estimating, actual, if there was any difference, and then your totals would go on the bottom line, and your business categories, which would be the envelopes that I use. So each one of those will be written out, and if there's a specific amount that I'm budgeting for, it will be estimated, and then actual. So if there's a difference between my estimated income and my actual income, I'll be able to do that. I budget on a monthly basis for my business, not weekly. So I can make these weekly if that's something that you're interested in, because Etsy does pay out weekly. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you're looking for. And then the second page is the sinking funds. So the actual envelopes are broke down a little bit more in depth. So I know it's almost redundant over here, but this way I will have, I really should have put I need to change these top 3 on here. At any rate, it's going to have, I didn't see that until just now. I did these last night and I was kind of hurrying because I was tired. So I'm going to fix this as I am adding, and if I used any, and then if there's anything, you know, left over. Basically like the sinking funds that I have for my actual budget. I think there's 4 sections there. So what I started with, what I added, if I used any, and then if there's a difference or the remaining balance. So I will adjust that here shortly. At any rate, you'll see that in the next video, or not the next video, but the video that I use this paper on. And then down at the bottom, there is a sinking funds transaction. So I'll be able to keep track of what date, where, what I spent it on, and how much I spent. That way, I'll be able to keep better track for my business. I really want to, you know, have a good account of where every single dollar for my business goes, because tax time, it'll just make everything so much easier. So that is my new business monthly budget. So that is what's new in my shop. This is not in my shop unless you guys want me to make it for the shop. If you do, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to work with that. But these are 2 new dice games in my shop for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a great big huge thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky.